We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
GM, welcome back to the channel. In this one, a quick market update. We're going to look at the following. We've got global liquidity. We've got Trump with the World Liberty Financial Protocol coming out. And we've got the FOMC as well to discuss, plus a bit of grift action at the end. So let's jump in. Subscribe if you're new. So Bitcoin here starting off the day at 58.7K. I watched Crown's analysis earlier this morning. The wick low here around 57.5K. He's saying we must hold that area. That's a key area on the chart. Below there, we're probably coming down and revisiting these candles in the 54K region, which, you know, we've put in essentially a higher low here. We want to build on that from here. So we do not want to be revisiting this area as the structure change potentially with a higher low, the first one posted since this kind of 6-month range. We're looking constructive, but a breakdown from here would look obviously less constructive going forward. Now, we do have buoying efforts for BTC. We have global M2 ticking on up, and Raoul Pal released this chart just last night. So if we just blow this up for you, you can see the black line on here is the M2 plus a 10-week lead. So he's suggesting here, obviously, that Bitcoin, as you can see with its correlation versus this black line, essentially lags behind global M2. So it's obviously a liquidity play overall. And as M2 increases, Bitcoin should rise in value as well. So generally it's been choppy. If you count back 10 weeks on the M2 money supply there, we're somewhere around this region. Like it was just starting to push towards a breakout. And what you can see here is that going into October, so in the next, say, 3-4 weeks, Bitcoin should then start to follow as M2 money supply really did start to tick up once again. So again, don't fuck this up. That is the words of Raoul Pal, and it looks like a patience/waiting game here. Here is the M2 money supply, essentially factoring in all the central banks. I got this formula from Marty Party. I can leave this down below for anyone who is interested. You just then paste it into your TradingView account, and you can see here a big breakout in global liquidity here. So this essentially has been driven by China, who are going through a deflationary bust, but we know major central banks across Europe, the West, they do need to refinance, and they need a lower rates to do that within. And what we're going to see is this thing go on a bit of a mission higher, and we kind of sit at the most speculative, most degen area of financial markets. And so once this starts to really flow here, you're going to see cryptos go through what they typically do once every 4-year period and have a big euphoric leg into a blow off. So Trump has announced World Liberty Financial. So this is a Trump family. And just look at this picture down here. Would you trust these men to run a DeFi protocol? That is the question. Now, they've essentially started to endorse this thing. There's going to be a token attached as well. I listened to the spaces that was conducted just to get an idea of what the heck this may be. They're building it on top of Aave. Trump in a statement, he did this kind of video statement where he said words along the lines of, it's time to leave the outdated, slow banking system and embrace crypto. It's going to be a DeFi protocol. I'm thinking possibly what they're just going to do is use Aave's code base and create their own Aave on top, a money market for people to utilize. So this could be bullish for Aave. Now, in terms of the token itself, because I think that's where the main speculation lies, will this thing do well? I don't really know. We have seen this. So the ticker WLFI will come out. Obviously, there's going to be a load of scam coins launched in the meantime. So don't get involved with any of those until something official comes out. But in terms of the public distribution, 63% of the tokens will be sold to the public. However, listening into the kind of legalese they were speaking in the spaces, they pretty much said you're going to have to be an accredited investor in the US. And for people outside of the US, I think there's going to be some stringent rules applied. And I'm not even sure if this is going to trade on public markets then, because they said the token will be non-transferable and it won't have any expectation of profits. What I read into that was them essentially saying the SEC are going to be all over us, so we need to toe the line to the T, make sure all I's are dotted, T's are crossed, etc. So whether or not this spawns into something in a few months' time and kind of evolves because you'd expect if Trump does win the election, a lot of these rules are likely going to change. So this could be interesting, and I do think it will bring eyeballs into the crypto space, into DeFi, and this will, if it does garner TVL onto the app, it will be TVL exogenous to crypto. It'll be new users coming in, people who are Trumpers out there. So could be interesting. 70% of tokens will be reserved for user rewards. So maybe there'll be a ability to mine this, 20% to the team. So team on screen there, we've got the Trump family taking this thing, hopefully, to the moon. Then, of course, the item on everyone's lips here, the FOMC meets today and tomorrow. They make a decision on the interest rates in the US. This was just in yesterday. So Elizabeth Warren, who everyone in crypto dislikes as she has had a war against crypto for quite some time, we finally find ourselves on the same kind of page here as she is requesting a mighty 75 basis points cut on Wednesday. This was then countered by BlackRock, who came out with a statement saying the public should expect a lesser rate change than what they're expecting. Whether that is kind of toning things from 25 basis points was expected, 75% seems kind of very, very unlikely / not going to happen. So is the meeting point in the middle 50 basis points, I wonder? That is kind of what's being priced in here. 67% chance of that rate cut now being 50 basis points tomorrow. So this CME chart typically does get things right. This is repriced quite significantly for this 50 basis points. Is this a net bullish thing overall? Yes, in my opinion. The trajectory being set by the Fed for rate cuts and a large rate cutting cycle to follow. Do not fight the Fed is the message from that one. Then back to Singapore. I won the Best Content Creator Award at the KOL Awards in Singapore, says Professor Crypto. This guy's got 131,000 Twitter followers, over 1 million followers or subscribers on YouTube. I have never seen this man before in my life. I've been in crypto since 2017. I've never seen him on crypto Twitter before, and I am in quite deep on crypto Twitter. So this looks like one of the biggest grift awards I've ever seen. Professor Crypto, and as Newsy Johnson posted this earlier, zero mutuals, botted followers, botted likes, botted comments. He bought a YouTube account where he views bots and has AI generated comments. I don't think he has any human following. Looks like he's baiting projects to give him free tokens and promos. It's a clown world out there. So this is why the crypto economy can get a really bad reputation, because if this guy's one of the most popular channels on YouTube that people come and stumble into, they have no chance because he's just selling absolute scams on there. Go and have a look on his YouTube for a laugh today. But that is all from today's episode. We'll leave things off here. Money supply is increasing. Interest rates set to come down. Hopefully, bullish continuation for BTC and the crypto markets. See you in the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.